Well, how y'all doing today? Today's Tuesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I got 2 more days. Well, actually, Wednesday, Thursday. I got 3 more days. 3 more days till I get some money. I'm broke as a joke as Job's turkey. I ain't gonna lie. I'm so broke it's not even funny. I got 32 cents in my account as of right now. But most of my bills were paid. Friday we get paid. Then I'll take care of the next one. Other than that, that's all I gotta worry about. My bills being paid. I can't go anywhere, I can't do anything, but it's okay. Anyway, tomorrow basically starts the state fair. Now, I plan on going Saturday to the state fair. And if we don't go Saturday, we're going to go Sunday. But we're going to go this weekend. One of those 2 days we're going to go. And Friday, I'm going to go to Lowe's and buy the pieces for, well, you can't see it, but my porch has no side steps. It has a porch coming out of the door, but there's no steps going down yet. And Friday afternoon, we're going to go to Lowe's. I'm going to buy the pieces. I got one of the brackets, actually I got 2 brackets for the step piece. I need one more. So I'm going to run, instead of having a single step, I'm going to have a double step. And I cut out some of my branches inside the tree over here, which you can't see. And I'm going to put 3 runs down so I can have a double wide step. And I've always wanted a double wide step, never had one. So I'm gonna get me a double wide step Friday. Now it probably won't be put on until probably sometime this weekend, but I don't care. It don't matter. Or I can stick the wood in the carport. I can stick the wood in the shed, and it'll sit there until whenever. But I am gonna get the pieces. I'm gonna get I think it's a 2x6. Treated for the steps, and I'm gonna get the treated wood for the runners going down, and I'm gonna get me some flat brick I have laying around the yard and put it underneath the parts of the step piece, and that way it keeps out the dirt and from rotting as easy and everything else. Now I also, as you can see, there's no pool behind me. I got rid of the pool about a week ago, and the reason why is because, well, I even told the kids it's a temporary thing for this year. I wasn't going to keep it, so somebody else wanted it and they got it. Now next year, like I said, if we're going to build on this porch, we're going to, it's kind of like my porch is here, I'm going to drop it down something like this. I have another about 10 foot out, or I'm not sure if it's going to be 10 foot out. It might be 8 foot. This one goes 10 foot long, 8 foot wide. And I think the one I'm going to put down below is going to be 10 foot long, 8 foot wide. And then I'm going to butt the pole up against the side. Well, I know it's butted, but I'm going to put it kind of close to that somewhat, and do it that way. And that's next year's segments. I could get the wood and do it this year, but then that means I have to contact somebody I know that does the portraits and stuff, and they're probably busy, and I know next spring that they're going to probably be busy too, but they're going to be a lot more busy now since kids are back in school and everything else. I just don't want to agitate somebody trying to pressure them into help me build a porch add-on. So I'm just going to do it next spring. Now this weekend also, which you cannot see, which you'll if everything in here works out, I'm gonna go to Rural King, and I'm gonna buy me a small farm gate, because I'm gonna put a gate on the side piece over here, which you can't see which the goat area is. And if everything goes to occurrence and everything goes to plan and everything else, I'm gonna put a side gate on there, that way I can access it from the side yard, besides having to walk all the way around the house, go to the side gate and go through the other gate. Because one of my females is gonna drop here soon, and I want to close in a couple of them on the other side so that way, you know, if she does have them, you know, there won't be any or anything happen like it did last time. Basically, it just puts you like that. Because if you didn't know what happened last time, one of my other goats killed my 2 babies, and that was my money maker for this year, and it really kind of put a hurt in my pocketbook. Plus, you know, I hate to see my young goats getting killed over some pissed off buck that, you know, because, you know, he's head honcho, and he, you know, anybody that raises goats knows what I'm talking about. But anyway, that's going to be this weekend hopefully too. And if I can't do it this weekend, you know, another 2 weeks when wife gets paid, I'll do it then, because she gets 3 paychecks this month. First one I went to bills. This one here is going to go to 1 bill, and I'm going to put a portion of the check back for property taxes and Christmas, as I've been doing off and on with some of her paychecks. Of course, things get tight around here sometimes, but you know, you have to sacrifice things if you want to save money, and that's what a lot of people anymore don't understand. They just see what they want and they get it, and then later on they're like, well, crap, I don't have any money. Well, whose fault is that? And you know, I've always been taught to save my whole life. From the time I was little bitty, when we were dirt poor, we collected Coke bottles to turn in for to return for money. We picked up aluminum cans, old steel beer cans. We picked up everything, and we basically made money from nothing. And as far as, you know, making money from nothing, so kind of like my root digging, it's been kind of sidetracked, because, you know, I gotta save what gas I have in case I need to go pick them up from school and stuff. So I haven't been running around the countryside digging like I want to be. I have dug some, I'm not gonna lie. I don't have enough to make a, you know, hill of beans with, but I have dug some. And, you know, I took the kid out, and this coming week, when he gets out of school, after we get paid Friday, and I got money, like I know that I can safely, you know, do my traveling. After school sometime this week, not this week, but next week, we're gonna hit the woods again, because, you know, I found 5 or 6 areas out there where we're digging the first time that had all kinds of good plants. So, and then I was told afterwards, after I'd done my digging, to save the tops of the plant, because you can dry them out, and I get like I think it's $1 a pound for the tops or something like that, or something. It's somewhere in that ballpark area. But I'm gonna save them too. You know, every little bit of every little penny helps. I hope to have a couple of pounds before, you know, I turn my stuff in, and if I don't, I'll just feed the tops to the animals around here, and I'll save the roots for next year, and hopefully the same price goes from next year as it does this year. And if it doesn't, then I'll just take a loss, and I'll have plenty of stuff to turn in next year. And I just, you know, everything's not peachy keen, but my feet hit the floor, my bills are paid. That's about it, really. You know, what more could you ask for? What more can you do? So, other than that, you know, you just take it day by day. And I've been looking online to try to get a tax exempt, and I do qualify for a tax exempt on a portion of it, but I did some more digging into it and stuff like that, and for what I have around here, that refers to as like a hobby farm. Now, I can be tax exempt on a hobby farm, but there's so much legalities and all kinds of other stuff. I'll wait, you know, until I get, you know, the acreage on the farm a county and a half away, and I'll do tax exempt then, because I'll have a lot more spread, and I will have, you know, more reasons to be tax exempt. But crazy neighbor doing 40 down the driveway. I wish to God I could stick some boards and nails out there. She does that. It drives me crazy. But anyway, I just haven't made a video in a little bit, and I figured I'd shoot shit and see what y'all are doing. And of course, let you know what I'm doing. Being poor, living the American dream, but you know, that's why it's called the American dream. Now, I do know that probably more than likely we'll go to the state fair on Saturday, more than likely. Just for the simple fact reason, on Sunday, if we went there, we couldn't stay very long, then we have to get back. And of course, the kids got school on Monday, so Saturday's going to be more than likely the time we're going to go to the Kentucky State Fair. And the last time they've been to it, my oldest, which is a freshman in high school now, he was like in 2nd grade, I think. So it's been a long time since they've been up there. And well, things change. Of course, he's starting to go into FFA, and he's taking home ec, which I told him to do that a while back. Not so much because it's an easy credit, because you'll learn something from it. If he can learn to sew his own clothes, buttons, cook his own food, stuff like that, more power to you. I mean, I took it in junior high, what some people call middle school. I took it in junior high. I took it in high school. Now, I took it in high school because there's a lot of good-looking girls in there. I ain't gonna lie. And I was the only guy in home economics. Out of 30 people, I was one guy out of 29 chicks. So, yeah, now you know why I took home ec for in high school. Now, in junior high, I took it because it was kind of like a volunteer elective type class, and I got 2 credits for 1 semester, so that was 2 free credits for 1 class that, you know, I didn't have to do much in. And of course, after the first time taking it in 7th grade, I took it in 8th grade. And freshman year of high school, I didn't take it, but I took it my sophomore year. And then after that, I took shop class. And ever since then, I mean, that's why, you know, I do what I do. Well, not really, not the reason why I do what I do, but it's the reason why I do a lot of cooking and crazy type cooking and making things and everything else. And plus, too, on top of it, my grandmother had to have something to do with it, because, you know, she used to cook she cooked everything from scratch. Nothing came out of a box. She canned everything and she cooked everything. And no vegetables came out of a can. It all came out of a mason jar. And the only thing that came out of a package was meat. Well, yeah, meat came out of the package, because sometimes, you know, this was when we used to have a butcher in town, and they go to the local butcher. Well, when the butcher when the county finally closed the butcher down, because, you know, they didn't like how he was doing things, because he wouldn't, you know, they couldn't make as much money off him as they could, say, some retail store. So they've actually shut the butcher out of business. So then they started going to retail store like Halchin's or IGA or Piggly Wiggly, you know, to get their meat and stuff. But other than that, everything came from a butcher. But yeah, she cooked everything by scratch. You know, nothing was like, you know, instant macaroni and cheese. She boiled noodles, and then she did that. She threw in real cheese and stuff, you know, made it like that. You know, nothing was powdered cheese. Nothing, you know, she didn't take no can openers to open cans of vegetables up and put them in there, because their backyard was basically the size of my whole yard, and she had a lavish garden in their backyard, and she did it for years, up until probably about the time she died. And yeah, I mean, everything she fixed is what she canned or what they grew. And that's what I grew up on. And so that's kind of the reason why I do what I do now. Now, in my garden, it's kind of like I said before, it's kind of anyway, because I got it out late, which is my fault. But, you know, it happens. You just got to deal with it, go with it, and there it is. Sorry. But anyway, it's almost nighttime. Well, I would say nighttime. It's still daylight, but off in the distance, the sun's starting to go down, so I'm figuring it's somewhere between 8:30 and 9 o'clock. And you can hear the bugs going happy, and there's a lot of birds starting to roost. But yeah, I just figured I'd, you know, make it quicker and let y'all know that I'm still kicking, and off and on this weekend I'm going to be doing different things. Some things I might video, some things I might not. But I do know when I go to the state fair, I'm taking my camera with me. Whenever I walk through, you're going to see what I'm doing, or what I'm going to be doing. But yeah, y'all just take care, and I'll see y'all soon.